Welcome back to another session. And this time, the session is on discover your productivity style. Discover your productivity style. As you know, I love to talk about productivity. I'm a productivity geek. That's why I learned that I conduct session on those topics only related to productivity. I love it. Okay. And this is something new which I want to share. You might not find it anywhere else. The productivity. Yeah, you will find different styles. You'll find, and you will also wonder that Satyam, we know their personality styles. We know that. We know their learning styles as well. Visual kinesthetic, we know there's thinking style as well, but what is this productivity style? Yes, productivity style is a new thing, but I, I I just want you to go through it and discover your style. Okay, let's see what it is. So what is productivity style? Like, uh productivity is not, one size fit all thing. It is not. It is vary from person to person. Every one of us have a different productivity style. Means every one of us are being productive in different situation differently. Like, if I give you a hack to be more productive, it might not work for you. It might be very helpful for it will be very helpful for me, but it might not work for you. This is what I discover by working on productivity from last 3 years. Productivity vary from person to person. For if something is very productive for me, it could be distracting for you. Okay, that is why this is productivity style, and one should know exactly what is my productivity style, because we are all are running in a race, right, to be more productive. And we just start, we are just getting tools and tips and tricks, and we are not aware of what exactly my productivity style is. Then it is not going to work for you. Okay, so most important thing is you must be aware of self-awareness, right? You must be aware of what is your style. Now, why it is important? Why it is important in first case? For example, I'll give you a simple example. Okay, um for someone, keeping a deadline, like if I have a project, if I keep a deadline, like, okay, I want to finish this project in 1 week. I have a project, I want to finish this project in 1 week. I have a deadline of 1 week. For one individual, this deadline act as a motivator. This deadline act as a motivator, and he will be motivated that, okay, deadline is 1 week. I need to finish it now. I want to give my 100% to finish it within a week. That's how his productivity style says, right? Or you can say mindset, or you can, say it is a personality style as well. It relates with your personality style as well. Okay, so for one, if you gave a deadline to person A, it acts as a motivator. It the person will be more motivated that, okay, I have need to finish this before this deadline. For person B, if you give the same deadline, it will create anxiety and stress to that, to that particular person, that, okay, 1 week only, what if I can't do it? you know and when, as soon as the person get into anxiety and stress because of that deadline, the productivity drops down, right? So we can see how one tool or one tip for two different person, don't act as same. Okay, if it is helping one person, it is not necessary that it will help another. That is why it is very important to know your productive style and know yourself first before applying any tip, any trick. Like, even in our sessions, our courses, we have shared hundreds of tips to be more productive. But it is your duty to know yourself first and analyze that, okay, this, I got this tip, it is working for few individuals. Will this particular thing will work for me or not? This is your responsibility to know yourself better. Okay, and decide that, okay, I will choose this one above this. That's why there are a lot of tips, right? We don't have to apply everything. We have to choose, pick and choose what is good for me, what is not, right? That is what our style is. Now, before we get into it, I want you to find out your style. Okay, so we'll do a quick test, 10 question test. I want you to please get a notebook. I hope you have a notebook pen because it's a training session. So please get a notebook, grab a notebook and pen, and I'll go through all the 10 questions. You have to select one option, write it down in your book. Question one, option A, B, C, D, whatever. Okay, only write the option number A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, so here we go. Everyone ready? Let's start. Don't waste time. Okay, quickly grab a pen, paper, and write it down. Okay, question number one. When starting your work day, you now there are six options you have. Think about it. Which suits you the best? A, create a detailed schedule with a specific time block for each task. B, make a to-do list, prioritize tasks based on importance. Dive into the most important task and work until you are deeply engrossed. Assess your energy level and decide which task to tackle based on how you feel. Check in with your team and discuss the day's collaborative tasks. Spend some time brainstorming and planning out creative projects. Whatever comes to your mind that okay, I'll when starting my work day, I'll do this thing first. Check that off and write it down. Question one, option A, B, C, D, E, or F. Okay. Or you can take a screenshot of this. Next. Question number two, how do you handle deadlines? Again, A, B, C, D, E, F. Quickly go through all the options and write it down in your notebook. Oh. How do you handle deadlines? Question number three. Quick, fast. Your workspace is usually how your workspace looks like at home, majorly at home. Quick, go through all the options A, B, C, D, E, F. Write down in the notebook. Question three, option number A, B, C, or D, or F, E, F. How your workspace is usually look like. Question four, how do you deal with interruptions? How do you deal with interruptions? If you're working on something, if you got a call, if you got a more important task or something like this, what do you do generally? Next, question number five, what motivates you the most? What gives you motivation? You like to check off that to-do list, completing tasks on time, deadlines according to your schedule, or what? Question number six, when you face a challenging task, what do you do? If you have a big chunk of task, a big task, how do you solve it? How do you tackle it? What do you do at that time? Quickly write down any one option out of this. What do you do? Four more to go. Four questions more. Quick. Okay, next. How do you track your progress? Question number seven. How do you track your progress? If you don't do anything, leave it. Don't force yourself to write any one option. Okay, if you don't do anything, leave it. How do you track your progress? You use a calendar, time tracking application, maintain to-do list, reflect, or keep a track of your energy level, monitor team progress. What do you do? All right. Next, 8. Your ideal work environment is what suits you best? Write down that option. Your ideal work environment is like structure, organized, flexible, quiet, distraction free. If you have multiple options, write down one or two options. Write down both the options. How do you prepare for a big project? Create a detailed timeline, list out tasks, prioritize them, set up a distraction-free environment, plan the project around peak energy time, organize team meeting. A, B, C, D, E, F, you have to write the options. Quickly do it. And the last one. And last question is, how do you recharge after a long work session? After having a long work session, how do you recharge yourself? How do you get your energy back? What do you do in your breaks to get your energy, right? To get that motivation back to start another session, work session. All right. I hope that you have written down all the questions, all the options. If not, uh, you have taken the screenshots so that you'll do it later. Okay. So now what you have to do, you have already written 10 questions, and in front of 10 question number, you have written options. Question 1, option A, B, C, D, E, F, 2, A, B, C, 3, A, B, C, like this. Now you have to find out which option comes multiple times. Like how many A's are there, how many B's are there, how many C's are there, D, E, F. And if you find that one particular, it is a mix, definitely it is mix. But if you uh find out the number of times, like which is the most number of times which option comes in your answers. Like if A comes 5 times, the most in number, then your personality style is A. If B comes most in number, B is your personality, like this. Okay. You have to find out which option repeated many times. That is your personality style. Now find out your personality style. Okay. If you have most of A's, then you are time oriented productivity. You have time oriented productivity. If you have most number of B's, B option you have to choose for most of the questions, then it is task oriented productivity. C, flow state productivity. D, energy based productivity. E, collaboration focused productivity. F, creative productivity. A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay. We have 6 productivity styles, and you have to find out which is yours. Now, what exactly these productivity styles are? What is time oriented, task oriented, flow state productivity, energy based, collaboration, creative? We'll get into it soon. All right. Now, 6 productivity style. Now we are going to discuss each one of them. Okay. And I'm just going it a bit fast. Okay. Please be with me. Number 1, time oriented productivity. The people who are time oriented productive focus on managing time effectively. They are time conscious. They are time conscious. They look around clock every now and then, and the clock make them more, motivate them basically. Clock motivate them to do stuff, complete stuff on time. They love to have a scheduled deadline, and yeah, this is what time oriented productive people are. Their strengths are they have high level of organization because they are very organized. They go step by step, with time to time, schedule to schedule, very focused. Ability to manage multiple tasks because they are so firm with the deadlines. They can do multiple tasks, too many tasks in one work session, and they're good at meeting deadlines because the time oriented means the deadline motivate them. to complete it. Now it is a more kind of a motivation, so they're good at meeting that deadline. Okay. Weakness can lead to stress if overly rigid. Like if you schedule, if you love to schedule your work day, if you schedule like hour to hour, don't give yourself a buffer time in between, then you can stress yourself because of this style, right? To do much, to get the most out of your time, you get yourself into a trap of anxiety and stress. May struggle with unexpected changes. One more very difficult thing with this kind of people, because now they need everything organized, everything is scheduled beforehand. Now if any meeting comes in between, any event comes in between, any emergency comes in between, they got totally disturbed because they have few tasks remain, right? They can't do everything, and because of this they get disturbed, right? So they struggle a lot with that. And we all have to face this kind of situation where we know that okay, we have to cover these three things today, but something unexpected happened, we can't do it, we can't do anything with it. Okay. So yeah, 1 minute, I'll answer all the questions later. Okay. Yeah. All right. Second one, task oriented productivity is like, as it sounds, right? Emphasize completing tasks rather than focusing on time taken. The people who are task oriented, they don't write that okay, I'll do this task in this time. They don't block time. Time oriented will block time. I'll do this task in this time. Task oriented, just write down the task. I need to finish this 3-4 things in a day. That's it. Now they complete focus on checking off that to-do list. They won't look at the time or timer. Their main goal is to complete that task. Emphasize completing tasks rather than focusing on the time taken. Individual often create detailed to-do list and prioritize tasks based on importance. Okay. Again, we say that even in Brainerd script, as we always give you to do 3 MITs. You have to do 3 MITs. You have to prioritize primary, secondary, like this. It is task oriented productivity. It is not like it is working for most of the people, but not 100%. Okay. Few people need the time block as well to get motivation, or else these people, if you're not task oriented and you try to be a task oriented productive person, then what will happen? You just write down okay, 3 tasks, you have not mentioned the time now. Okay. So what you will do, okay, I'll do it later. Right now just scroll something. Okay. Only 3 tasks, I'll do it later. Okay. If you're not task oriented, if this to-do list give you motivation, until you check it off, it won't allow you to do anything. If your mindset is like this, that I want to do it, then only I can do anything else. Then you are task oriented, or else you just procrastinate on it, right? On those tasks. So all the people who say that I do a lot of procrastination, you have to be time oriented. You have to give yourself a time block as well. Very important for you. Rest, if tasks motivate you, task oriented productivity is good for you. Now, next, strengths. These people focus on task completion, adaptable to changing priorities because they know which is more important, less important. They work on that dynamics. Can be highly satisfying. Weakness, risk of overcommitting, right? Sometimes they overcome because now they don't have ratio of time. They have not divided, they have not blocked the time. They've just written down, okay, this task you have to do. That's why we always say you don't do 10, don't create a 10, 15, 20 to-do list kind of thing for a day. No, not required. 3 things, most important, that's it. Rest everything is chores. Okay. Don't get yourself burnout. Potential for burnout if not managed well. Yeah. That's why it is very important. Flow state productivity, number 3. You have all heard about flow state. Even I have done sessions on flow state as well. Now, these people aims to enter a state of deep concentration where individual become fully immersed in the task. This is known as being in the zone. Like these people don't want time block. They don't want task or to-do list. They just take 1 or 2 project to one task, and they just want to go like they don't block their time like 1 hour I have to complete it. No, they just take one task and stay with that task until they're totally get into it deeply and complete it. Strengths, high quality of work because they're so focused, so deeply into that particular thing or process. They do high quality work, deep satisfaction and creativity. Weakness require a conducive environment because if you have noise, if you have disturbance, if you have lot of distractions, you can't get into a flow state. This style is not for you. It require focused, you know, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours. Can be hard to achieve consistently, definitely very hard to achieve consistently. If like in day-to-day basis, whenever we do our task, it is difficult to get into a flow state because yeah, again, flow state is different topic, but it is very difficult to get into flow state because it needs a particular type of project, a particular time, a particular environment, then only you can go into it. Okay, so definitely hard to achieve every time or daily on a daily basis. Next is energy based productivity. If you have attended our design your day session, you might relate with this. Energy based productivity revolves around working during peak energy times. Individual focus on high energy tasks when they feel most alert and save low energy tasks for when they are more fatigued. We taught this in design your day as well, right? You have to do your important tasks in peak energy time and daily chores in low energy time. Okay, so this is how these people work. Energy based productivity. Who are that aware that okay, this is my peak energy time and I have to do my priorities in this time only. For this, these people work in that, in this productivity style that is best for them. Strengths optimizes natural energy levels, improve efficiency, reduce burnout because they are doing the most difficult task when the energy is very high. So it won't. If just think about it, if you do most difficult thing when you are not at all feeling doing anything, low energy, you will feel burnout, right? So it reduce burnout, improves efficiency, right, and optimize your natural energy levels. Weakness may be difficult to align with fixed schedules. Now, because for example, if you're working professionals, right, you have a certain time duration. Your company has given you a certain time that you have to log in this time only, log out at this time only. Then you cannot use your energy level. Cannot optimize your energy level according to those tasks. You have to do all the company tasks in that time only, right? So it is difficult to align with a fixed schedule. Require good self-awareness. Yeah, you must know what is my peak energy time, what is my low energy time. You must be aware about it. It is again comes in a self-awareness part, right? Next, collaboration focused productivity emphasizes working with others to achieve productivity. This style thrives on teamwork, communication, shared goals. These are the people who are uh, too much, I would say, extrovert, who get energy from people, not my kind of people, right? I don't get energy from people at all. I'm not a collaboration focused productivity. My If I am surrounded with many people, my productivity, like, there's not at all productive. I'm not at all productive. I can't focus on anything if I'm around people. So if I need to complete something, I have to focus and I have to sit alone in a quiet place. Okay, so I'm not a collaboration focused productivity, but there are many people, there are many styles, personality who who are more productive with this kind of environment. Okay, so you have to think about what kind of people are you. If you are collaboration focused productivity people, then you need a team, you need someone to work with. You can't do it alone, all alone. Okay, strengths promote synergy, leverage diverse skill set, can lead to innovative solutions because you're working with a team, a group, right? You can discuss, you can brainstorm, and all those things. Weakness may struggle with coordination, depends on reliability of team member. Yeah, you know, it because you are working with collaboration, right, with people, so you can struggle with coordination between 2 3 4 people, or depends on the reliability, how reliable the person is I'm working with, right? So this is the problem with collaboration focused. And the last one is creative productivity. Focus on creativity and innovation. Individuals often engage in brainstorming, ideation, free from thinking. Most of the leaders or people who are in leadership role, are into one of these: creative productivity or collaboration focused productivity. Okay, they have to deal with both the situations. And these are the individual who are opposite to collaboration focused. They are not extrovert, they are introvert. They want to focus on their thing only. And yeah, this is creative productivity. Strength: high potential for innovation, because now they are very focused, right? They're sitting alone in a quiet place, working for long hours. High potential for innovation. Satisfaction from creative expression. Unique problem solving. Like if they come across a problem, they'll sit alone and try to figure out how I can get out of it, right? And if they do it for a long time, definitely they'll get some solutions. Okay, so their problem solving, their problem solver. Weakness: can be less structured, because now they are creative, right? They're working with right brain, not logical, not organized. So can be less structured, may struggle with routine tasks. Okay, now may struggle with schedule, right? This kind of people. So I'll just give you a glimpse again for all the people who just joined. There are 6 types of personal productivity style. Number one, time oriented productivity. The people who need deadline, who need time schedule to work, to become more productive. There are second, task oriented, who need tasks to be more productive. They don't think about time, they think about, okay, what I have to finish to be more productive. Flow state productivity is they have a big or difficult task, and they have 5 6 hour deep focus work for 5 6 hours to complete it. There is flow state productivity. Energy based, they'll see where is my peak energy, and they try to complete difficult task in peak energy. That is energy based productivity. Collaboration focused productivity is when people want to come with a team or a group to complete something that gives them energy. That is collaboration focused productivity. And creative productivity is when individual wants to sit alone in a quiet place and solve problems or think about something or brainstorm or innovate. That is creative productivity. Now, what is the best one? Right, you all might be thinking that, okay, Satyam, these are the 6 style. Okay, now tell me which is the best one. I'll tell you. Wait, there's something called hybrid productivity style. Okay, hybrid productivity style, where what you can do, now you get to know there are 6 styles. You get to know what are the function and strengths and characteristic of each. Now you will sit, analyze yourself. Okay, according to the questions, again go through all the questions what I've asked in this session, and just think about it. Be more self-aware. Think about it, ask question to yourself, which when I'll feel more productive, when I'll accomplish most difficult tasks, in which situation, in which environment. Think about it, and you can prepare your own productivity style with the help of multiple. Like if you think, okay, deadline work for me as well as task work for me, then you can give yourself 3 tasks MIT and allot a time block. So you can hybrid, you can use both first and the second productivity style in that, time or task based. Okay, like this you can create your own productivity style which you think that work for you the best, because we all are different. I cannot suggest you your best productivity. You are the only right person who can tell that my productive style is this, because you know yourself better than anyone else in this world, right? So try to find out your hybrid productivity style which gives you the maximum outcome. Okay, yeah, that is, I really wanted to share this concept with you because I was fascinated with it, and soon I'm writing a book, as well as we are creating a big course on productivity. I'll add this part in more detail, in more depth, productivity style in those that course, productivity booster course, which I'm working on right now. Maybe it will be live after 1.5 month. And I'm also writing a book on productivity, so I'll go more deeper in this concept in that book as well. All right, that's it from my end. Thank you so much for joining me for this session. If you have not followed BrainoScript, please follow BrainoScript on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, because we are putting a lot of information, a lot of things in these channels. Okay, you'll get a lot of value, 100%. Okay, and if you have any question, drop down in the chat box down below. Thank you so much for attending. Thank you so much. Bye bye.